Ka-chow!
I want to preface this video with a couple things. Number one, this young woman had never changed a tire before, and she wanted to share her learning experience with you so that you have a chance to feel safer and more confident on the road in case of an emergency. Number two, this is a very similar process no matter the vehicle, as long as you have a spare tire. So if your spare tire is in the trunk, it doesn't necessarily matter, you just won't have to do that extra step of pulling the spare tire out from underneath the vehicle. If you do have run flats, make sure that you consult your owner's manual or a search engine on the internet to make sure that you're taking care of that properly so you can make it safely to the next tire store. Hopefully you can share this video with your loved ones to make sure that they're safer and have this information just sitting in the back of their brain in case of an emergency. I hope you learned something amazing. Make sure if you like this video to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing free content. We're going to start by going to the owner's manual. If you don't have an owner's manual, you can ask Google or YouTube for your specific vehicle. The owner's manual tells you where the tools are, how to find and remove your spare tire from your vehicle, or how to use your run flat kit, and where your lift points are at the corner of each corner of your vehicle. I'm gonna go check your owner's manual because your owner's manual is going to tell you everything you need to know about how to get into this spare tire.
Okay, I believe this is it.
Beautiful. Okay, so go to the back and look for like tire.
Change to change a tire. 8 through 6.
8-6.
8-6. Oh. Alrighty.
Okay, so tools. Where are the tools? Removing the jack.
I know where the tools are. They're on like the side.
Okay, then I'll bring this. Let's go get the tools.
Tools.
So turn that lefty-loosey. It should be holding itself all the way in. So that little handle.
This thing?
Yep, lefty. Yep, because it's holding itself in by its own
Oh, is
pressure.
this the jack?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good to know.
Keep going a little bit more. And it should fall out. There we go. Perfect. And then we can bring the tools with us. And actually, we can just set everything on the ground because we're going to need to take this guy out. So, okay, so basically, if you have a flat tire, number one, you're going to want to chalk the tire that's on the opposite side. So basically, if you had a flat in your right rear, you would want to chalk the left front. Now, what does that mean? That means that if you're in an emergency situation and you're on the side of the road, you're going to want to put your e-brake on, and then you're going to want to find something like a piece of trash, a big rock, a log, something like that to put behind the wheel so that the car does not roll while you're jacking it up. You have a compact spare tire, okay? So do not use tire chains with your compact spare tire. To remove the spare tire, okay? So we have this little guy.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna hold this so you can follow it step by step. So grab that little wrench. Yep. That's cute. Shit. It had your wheel lock key on it. We're gonna need that. Okay. So use that to pry that guy open. Yep, just like that. Nice.
Didn't even know that was in there.
Okay, and then what does it say to do next?
Crank it open.
So it says 1, 2 with
nut
the wheel.
wrench, loosen tire hanger mounting bolt by turning it counterclockwise. Do I use this one?
No, lug nut wrench. Yes. So lefty loosey. So other way. Yeah. Push. Okay. Now, you actually have this tire hanger mount. You're gonna lift up here and unhinge it from there.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be hard because it's been on there for a while.
Yep, and then up and off.
There you go, just like that. Beautiful. Oh. There. So all we gotta do is pull that guy off of there. It's gonna be super dusty because it lives under your car.
Well, yeah, you pull the spark off something. Where did this come from?
Oh, that's a plastic piece. Don't stress. Okay, so number one, we're gonna check your spare tire pressure because it's probably never been checked. It doesn't look burned. It looks like that's just where it's been sitting on the metal.
Okay.
So how do you know what your tire pressure is supposed to be?
It's on the inside of my door.
Yes.
I believe it's like 32 or something.
For the spare, it's gonna be bigger.
Here, tire.
So front, rear, spare.
60.
So The front and the rear are full size, so the spare is actually a smaller tire, which means it has to have higher tire pressure in order to carry the weight of the vehicle. That's also why we don't go over 55 miles an hour with a spare on.
Good to know.
We actually want to use the friction of the tire being on the ground in order to break the lug nuts loose. So we are going to do that before we jack up the car. This is our lug nut wrench, okay? These are our lug nuts. Now you see this one that's different? That one takes your key, okay? So that's what this is for. It matches up in here, okay, just like that. Now, in the wild, it is gonna take your body weight to take these off the car. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this flat on, very flat like that, clear your path, and then we're gonna use the car, not the hood, to balance and break it loose, okay? Just like that. And it's the same for this guy. This now fits over the edge, okay? Now you get to try that.
So body weight?
Yep. There you go. Woo! And then you don't take them all the way off, you just break them loose.
Okay, so it's moving along?
So that key's only for the one that has that weird one.
Okay, so now it's
that one's done, yeah.
Got it, okay.
Good questions. There you go.
Ooh, it's pretty fun. I like it.
You can bounce a little. Launched that one. Perfect. Okay. Now, okay, so we've lowered the tire. It's telling us to change a tire, okay? So break the lug nuts loose and then go jack it up. Now, it's going to show us where our jacking points are. It looks just like this, okay? And we're gonna go look at what that looks like on the car. And then the second thing you really wanna pay attention to is for safety, it is telling you to put your wheel underneath the car so that if for some reason the car falls, it actually falls on the wheel and not on you.
Ooh.
Okay? Okay, so our lift point, so that you can see, looks just like the picture.
So this thing goes right under here?
Yeah, so the middle will fit just like that, and you need the handle turned out towards you. Perfect. And then just start turning this by hand, righty-tighty. And see how it's just lifting up just like that? Yep. Beautiful. I'm gonna help scoot this over. Once you get a little tension, it gets a little easier.
Oh, that's cool. I was like, wait, this is gonna be way harder with the weight of the car on it.
Okay, perfect. So, two things. Number one, while you're jacking it up, you want to make sure, see how this is a little bit cockeyed? We want to kind of put it so that it's straight up and down so you can really keep an eye on it. Now, if you start jacking this up and it starts to tilt, literally just lower it back down and restart. You do not want this thing tilting at all, okay? Okay, let's take the hooky thing. Nope. Close, close. It's got a hook on the other end. Yeah, and then grab the other piece.
This one?
Yep, and are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay, so then I would take this handle and face it out like this, and this goes through that guy. Yeah, put it on a little bit more, like a further down, there you go. And then you wanna take your left hand and hold it straight on this, okay? And it might be easier to do this without the gloves.
Okay.
And right hand here. Just like that. Wow. You're jacking up your car.
Easy.
There you go. You can actually see it's lifting there in the wheel well. And it will get a little harder. You're gonna wanna change your body position. Good job not scratching your knuckles on the pavement.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are off the ground, but what we wanna do is maybe go another inch because it'll actually make it easier to put the wheel back on. Okay, that looks good. Let's do that. Okay, so now you're gonna take your lug nut wrench and spin the lug nuts the rest of the way off. And you might want your gloves back on because it's about to get dirty.
Use the key thing for this one?
You will for that one, yeah. And that one you should probably just be able to spin off with your hand. No, with the key too. Now when you start taking the last one off, the wheel's gonna start coming off with you.
So like hold it?
Yeah, hold it, it'll help. So use the lug nut wrench, yep. Okay, so then now using your legs, not your back, what you wanna do is just stand up and then pull this off to the ground. Just set it on the ground, there you go. I would have said it sooner. And then you can roll it out of the way. And actually we would roll it under here so that while you're changing your tire out, again, it doesn't fall on you. If it were to fall, it would fall on the wheel.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
This was a learning exercise, so we put the actual wheel back on. If you had a flat, you would put your spare on at this point. Okay, so gloves to protect our little paws. I should mention you always set the wheel on its back, not its face. You don't want to scratch the face. So you're gonna lift with your legs. Did you see how I did that? Not my back. Roll this guy over because this is a big wheel. And then what you want to do is get this as close to the hub as possible. Okay? And then you're gonna sit down and you're gonna use the inside of your feet here. Okay? So you're gonna use the inside of your feet to lift. Like, I'm not using my arms at all, okay? Toes are really strong. And then I'm actually gonna rotate this guy a little bit. And then you're gonna find your favorite lug stud and your favorite hole, and then push. Now, like I said, because these have a shoulder on them, you're actually, can you see how these holes don't complete a circle? You're actually gonna have to lift with your toes to get this to be able to go in. Okay, so that's why we use the two-toe method, especially when you have a shouldered lug nut. Your turn. Okay, so really use the inside of your toes there. And then push. Oh my God, you're making it look easy.
I'm so buff.
And then what pattern do we put our lug nuts back on?
Maybe like every other?
Close.
Top and bottom?
Always across.
Across.
So it's a star pattern.
So here?
It could be this one or it could be that one, but it just needs to be across. Now, why do we do that?
So it's evenly on there?
Correct. You're basically mating a flat piece of metal to another flat piece of metal. And in order to do that, you want to make sure that you put the tension on. Now, before we keep going, let's go ahead and get those all the way hand tight.
Hand tight.
Yeah, so hand tight, but you can use the wrench. Perfect. Nice technique.
Cool.
That seems hand tight. And then you're gonna need the key for that one. And that one you can probably just do by hand because the key extends it for you.
We're here. We're here.
We're here. Done. So once those two are hand tight, then I would start to star pattern the rest of them. Is that hand tight?
I think so.
So spin that until it goes on flat. This thing actually, see how it's just spinning? Spin it until it finds the key. Like push at the same time, you'll find the spot. There it is. Yeah.
I see.
There you go, perfect. Okay, now we can go across from it.
Here?
Yep. And we're gonna do them all hand tight, and then once they're all hand tight, we'll lower it and then tighten them back up because it took our body weight to take the lug nuts off the car. It's gonna take our body weight to put them back on.
Good to know.
Nice. Across. There we go. Always across. And, oh, stop! They have a flat tire. As we were filming this video, a woman drove past us with a flat tire. Luckily, she stopped. I tried to air up her spare, but the valve stem was damaged, so it wouldn't hold air. She did end up calling a roadside service to have the car towed to a tire shop. It is not a good idea to drive on a flat because if your tire is repairable, then driving on it can damage it beyond repair, and also you can damage your rim. If you notice your car is not handling as great as it normally does, just have a quick look at your tires and tire pressure. thing back in, set our handle back up, and go lefty-loosey. So it might behoove you to be on the other side of the car this time, or like, yeah. And then I like to make the handle point out, but that's just me. Like flip this 180, like that. This handle. Yeah. And then hold one hand straight on that thing. There you go. Just like that. And down's always way more fun anyway. Whee! I said whee! Alrighty, so you can just do the rest of it by hand. And it doesn't go flat, because remember it has to hold itself in the trunk. Took our body weight to take them off, which means it's going to take our body weight to put them on. So we need to go righty-tighty with our lug nut wrench. So put it flat on. Other way, that's left. So yeah, we do want to go right. Perfect. And then you're going to stand on it. Yep, just like that. Beautiful. Okay. Now I'm actually going to check that one. So you would always go across, always across. And I'm going to check him to see if you'll survive in the wild. So that angle is going to be really hard for you to stand on. You can either push it down, or you can also wait, don't step on that. That is not flat on.
Not flat on? No.
So try and take this angle and move the wrench so that it's down more. So like pull it off and put it at a different angle. There you go. Okay. That's a much better angle. There we go. Okay, in your owner's manual, at the end of this section, where it's showing us putting the wheel back on, there should be a torque spec. So let's go ahead and turn the page. Okay, oh, here, right there. 65 to 80 foot-pounds. So we're gonna put it at 80 foot-pounds, but basically that was your body weight tightening that. We're gonna check it with a wrench. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this rolling. So what I'm gonna do is make sure that you can survive in the wild, okay? So, I'm also I would never send you back into the wild without actually checking it for you. So this is a torque wrench. I'm setting it to 80 foot-pounds. Okay. Hell yeah, you're gonna survive in the wild.
Hell yeah.
You will not likely have a torque wrench. You will use your body weight to put the lug nuts back on and drive to a tire shop. Then the tire shop will torque the lug nuts correctly after repairing or replacing your tire. You're just gonna put that curved edge back into that little spot there. I know, it's a weird angle. There you go. Nice technique. Yep, beautiful.
Am I there?
Technique, yeah. And then you're gonna lift this back up to be on this guy.
That's right. Oh yeah, I'll leave it way down.
Here's to checking your spare tire, making sure that it actually has air in it for when you need it. Girlie Garage offers automotive education and consulting. Feel free to pop on over to my website if you have any questions. The link is in the description.